Good morning. This is going to be a busy day, but I will play a little in the morning now. Listening to the podcast Ages of the Inquisition. This is episode 36, season 1.
Amberlin's privateer color, which would suggest that these are Mechanicus workers that were from Amberlin's private kind of house militia guard setup.
Well, this is just reinforcing everything we already have observed before in our knowledge that they were in league. And it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, Amberlin was in league and there was a conspiracy. However, the thing you would know as a judge, now that you've seen that, even some of the Mechanicus workers, even some of these have all been corrupted, this would suggest that a full purge is necessary. Anyone who worked for the house or ever worked for the house should be executed top to bottom. It's impossible to know who knew and didn't know, which means better 1,000 innocents should die than one guilty person should go free.
Right, so, yeah. Darius, gone.
No, Amberlin. Like Amberlin's entire house. To wipe out the Hawkstar family would mean you'd leave this planet with no governor. So, but it's like anyone who has ever been involved with Amberlin's house or business deals, execution, separation, deletion.
Thank you for that.
No, that's important to know.
Okay.
Because you don't think like Beatrice was clearly not involved. Darius was literally murdered by this cabal that you saw. So it's like, that's not something you do with the guy who's in on it.
Mm-hmm.
But Amberlin, it would be like, you want to order this down to like, you were a butler in Amberlin's vacation cottage? Bullet in the head. Burn the cottage down. Like, you got to purge it all.
Okay, great.
It's almost like we did Bobby a favor.
Maybe. But yeah, so that's the big takeaway for you is that the rot is through that whole tree.
Cool.
For data spiking, you have the door. There's the data pad next to the door, which could be data spiked. If you want to do that, entirely up to you.
I was thinking specifically data spiking the heretic mechanical part, but if that's not possible.
If you want to try it, let's see what you can do. Yeah, I mean, with a 7, sadly, you won't be able to.
Anything.
None of them are activating as you put it in. It seems like they just aren't hooked up to their internal generators. You're not sure if it means they're burnt out or if it would be possible to bring body parts back to closet and see what can be pulled out of them.
I think that's what Damon would want to do is pull Mechanicus heretic. Like any way you cut it, they're heretics.
Absolutely.
Bring those remains to potentially be identified by Talos to see if there is any kind of collusion there of like, do you recognize these augments? If that's even a thing that Mechanicus can do.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
It's a separate religion from yours completely. I would say if you want to look at collecting any units that are attached to the augmetic eyes, where you can kind of be like, here's what looks like a brain.
Yeah.
I feel like a 7 would be like, that's what you would be most confident in claiming.
And I would want to basically bring back almost like the hard drives, I guess. So like maybe just like the heads of like, I want to know what these guys were seeing and hearing. If we have any potential for like playback, the way like Romeo can capture things of like, do these guys have like internal memory that they call upon? And so like, this is all like, Damien is like, what like does not deal with Mechanicus at all.
No,
really.
but you're just like, these are the evidence centers. You know what you know about servo skulls.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me that you'd be like, I'll bring the skull back. Video comes from a skull, he thinks, looking at the camera skull.
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely. You've got the two Mechanicus, kind of both of their augmetic eyes are attached to their kind of cranial units.
Yeah.
You can pocket those. Much more than that, and you start looking like a walking junkyard, but you can slip both of those into the pockets of your coats, and they're relatively invisible.
Okay.
Solomon, is there anything in particular you're doing in this space during this long wait?
Solomon, once he's done fawning over Damien, he's going to go to the incubus weapon, if it's still there.
Yes, it is.
Yes, he would like to study it. He wants to see if he can learn how to better fight these things based on what kind of weaponry they have. Whether or not if that's like, not that he's going to ask to like take it on the ship to bring it back to have Closet like help maybe craft like a duplicate of it so he would know how to like, or if it's obvious if the judge is like, burn it, like don't take it with him, but he wants to be able to better fight the Drukhari, and the best way he knows how is to like train with and against their weapons.
Correct. So you can look at it and study it, and what you realize is you would need to take this back to the Lucky Strike, and you would need to learn how to wield it yourself to be able to better understand how to fight someone carrying it. Because truly, the most capable warrior in the whole galaxy is you. So do you pick this weapon up and take it with you?
I think he would leave it on the ground. He would see it and he would run it by. He doesn't want to, he's not trying to like be difficult and he's not going to insist if people aren't comfortable with this, but he would pitch it to the group and be like, this is I'm not sold on this idea. This is what I would like to do. And he would give those
Can you
reasons.
explain what the idea is?
That
Like,
is
I'd love
actually-
to hear this full
sir.
conversation.
So he's looking over the weapon and he calls everybody over and he's like, this is the infernal weapon of the whatever that was, the I don't think he would
You
know.
did
though.
not know anything.
He would have
No.
no idea of that horrible Drukari abomination. My goal would be to somehow get inside the mind of the warrior of the Drukari. And the best way to do that, in my experience, is to train as though I was one of them. I want to learn how to wield their weapons. I want to learn how to get inside their mind so I may better fight them and better prosper against them. I want to always be ready for the next challenge. I'm asking if the three of you would be comfortable if I took this aboard and trained with it. And again, no, I'm not. I'm just spitballing.
Morgan's looking at the other two first to see what their response is.
Yes, because Morgan, you would know what he has just described is what the Inquisition does at its core.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She has her own opinion about it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damien is looking right back at Morgan, though, because he's watched her do some extremely weird Xenos shit recently, adopting customs, speaking languages, and...
oh, yeah, we might need to put something on your concern tracker if you saw Morgan negotiate with a Xenos respectfully while speaking their language.
I think they already put that down.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that officially made it onto the list.
Yep. And she was very respectful.
Correct.
Yeah. A lot of deference shown there.
But okay, so if you're looking to Morgan, then the judge is probably the first one to speak in regards to this offer. Judge, what do you say?
You ask if I am comfortable with this proposition. No, I am not. Nor is the law. However, seeing as I have to bend the knee to the powers higher than me, he does, like with the finger. I leave this decision up to our dutiful Captain Sharp.
I also would be keen to know what Captain Sharp thinks, although I think I already do.
But she can't help but be a little smirky at this, of like, she thought they would instantly have more pushback against this, and Morgan's going to turn over to Solomon and using the weapons of the enemy against the enemy is truly what we do. Besides which, it was your fight, and you beat him. So it's your spoils of war, Solomon. Do what you wish with it.
Oh, Damien rolls his eyes.
Yeah, that's too far. That's,
No, like,
You guys can speak up if you want.
Solomon ignores that. Cool.
the judge, a
flowering.
stickler.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
You will draw upon the information that is needed, and once that information is obtained under the Lex Imperialis, once all of that information has been adequately obtained, the weapon must be demolished.
So I think it's not that Solomon is getting irritated by the judge.
Oh!
But this is the first time I think you would, because he's looking at you and you say, oh, I want to hear what Morgan has to say. And then Morgan says something and you're like, no, not that. So he's going to pick it up and he's going to look at it and then he'll look at you and go, you still have Xenos blood on your face. Blood. And he'll kind of like, turn away.
Blood washes off. The blood is a ruse. The blood instills fear among the common folk of this planet.
And so does this, don't you think?
Exactly, yes. But will it wash off in the rain?
For a couple more hours.
Yeah.
Damien, is there anything you wanted to data spike, or did you decide not to data spike the door? It's door or no door.
Given that it's just the door, he's not going to data spike it because I think it's probably good diplomacy. He thinks it's good diplomacy to stay where the governor told us to stay, unless told otherwise. And signs of tampering with the door
might not go over well. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you wait it out, and eventually the door opens once again, and you see Governor Darius Hawkstar stepping forwards, sweaty. He's sweated through the same uniform he was wearing earlier, clearly returning immediately from the battlefield, with Beatrice behind him, whose half of her hair has been burnt off, and the other half looks like she was stuck her finger in an electrical socket. She's covered in singes. Her uniform is torn, but she's there marching in, and behind them you can see some Fusiliers waiting in the hallways, all of whom seem to have seen battle. The governor says, well, I thank you for waiting.
You're welcome.
The Xenos have been pushed back through the warp gate that they were stuck behind, and I guess that's what it's called. And we blew it up, and we are sending troops to go wipe out the rest of the privateers of Amberlands that have fled, and we are rounding up everybody and staff from the house so we can begin a thorough investigation to make sure that this planet is safe. I thank you for saving me. That was a great service done unto the system, the Hawkstar system. Not just this planet, not just this city, but the system, for it is my system. I am the governor.
Yes, Governor.
So, do you want to leave? I don't know what you want, or really why you're here. Beatrice is a good cousin, but she's wasted. Oh, yeah. Also, she got hit in the head. Like twice. But she's here, because she's Beatrice. Oh, yeah. What do you want? What? You saved me, and it's amazing. I just don't know why at all.
While he's talking to Morgan, can I just make a quick perception check to see if he has like any scarring?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to see if his like head came off and then got reattached, or if that never happened. Like, and someone would just be like staring at him, like, "What happened to you?"
Absolutely.
That's a 15.
15. You see no sign of a neck injury.
He's not going to say anything, but he's just furrowing his brow, and his like little green robotic guy is like.
You're awesome, by the way. He points at you.
Oh, thank you. Do
you want a job?
I already have a job, but I appreciate the offer.
Okay. Too bad. What do you want? Yeah, what?
I humbly request that I have access to the systems of this castle, and then I can leave.
Roll me a persuasion.
Just trying to be. It's not great. It's a 10.
I mean, yeah, if you want to use a computer, okay.
That's what I want. And then we be allowed to leave.
Yeah, you're not like stuck here or anything. That'd be really weird.
Great. I appreciate that. I just wanted to help put things back in order.
By using your computer? What do you want to know?
By saving you.
Oh, that you just wanted to put that makes more sense. I don't really understand this computer thing at all, but okay, yeah, we got like some public-facing computers in the library. Come on.
Have we gotten any kind of communication from Closet yet that that the Lucky Strike has been brought into orbit?
I think, yeah, you would have got the signal that Closet and the Lucky Strike have arrived in orbit. It's been a couple hours. The ship's pretty solid.
Okay.
They get burned straight here. There's no traffic.
So that does mean we can start data spiking things.
That's
and having
all
Closet
Morgan
start
really
working on
wants to
stuff.
do, is to try to get this wiped without telling anyone else she's Inquisition.
You've used the
Elevator and a door.
elevator and
Front door, the elevator. Yeah, and you attempted it at the door to this room, but it had been reprogrammed.
Yes. I don't know if that's something I could do from a main computer. Morgan and my brain are fried, but
Yeah.
It's there. You, of course, you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's offering you the computer in the library.
I will just take that. Get us out of this room. Like, the fact that we can walk out of this room, please.
While Morgan leaves, I can't remember this specifically, but when we were talking about ceramite and
Oromite.
ceramite, it did something with
Ceramite was heat absorption, energy absorption. It was built into a lot of different forms of armor and varying qualities.
Psychic dampening.
That's Oromite.
I think while that and then while Darius is still there, Darius, before we leave.
Oh, yeah, we were going to go together, but okay.
Yes. Do you have any spare oromite we might be able to take with us?
Spare?
Yes. You mine it. It's everywhere.
What? Where are you? You're pointing up?
Well, that's where you mine, right? From the asteroids?
Oh, from the. I thought you meant like you thought the ceiling was Oromite.
No. Like from space.
Yeah, we get it from there.
Yeah.
We don't really have spare.
You don't have something that we could just...
You would like Oromite as a reward.
Well, sure. It's incredible.
Have you heard?
Yeah.
I mean, it is incredible. I completely agree.
Ceramite would also be acceptable.
Wait, you want ceramite?
Don't bargain us down. I'm shooting for the moon.
In
I
addition,
can give you a lot of ceramite.
Yeah.
That stuff's worth way less.
in addition to oromite.
Just let me cook. You're cheapening. You're going to sour the deal.
All right.
I'm trying to get the good stuff.
So you want Oromite, ceramite,
don't
to visit the library?
Don't listen to the judge.
The judge. You're a judge?
No, what?
Oh.
I am the canon. My companion here suffered head injuries, grievous head injuries.
I'm a witch.
Morgan has given up on
It's the point where the governor goes, "Oh, Inquisition."
Yes, but no one can know that we've been here. We're on a secret mission. We need to wipe the fact that we've ever been here.
You need to wipe that you've ever been here. You kind of saved me and did a bunch of stuff. What do you need to wipe?
I used my rosette a few times in your mansion, and I need the information to be wiped.
I can't carry.
Okay. We don't have an astropath, so I can't send it off world. But could I check your rosette to make sure it was real? To make sure I'm not being fooled. I have been fooled by my Aunt Amberlyn of late. And that is of great concern to this planet
Morgan
and this
is just
system,
walking
for
up
I
and
am the
pulling
hot
out
star.
the
Oh,
rosette.
wow. I've never seen it before. It's not what I thought it was going to be like. Can you plug it into this data slate?
As long as you
Bullshit.
promise to delete this afterwards.
And oromite.
Don't listen to... Stop all of you.
What? If you're legit Inquisition, I'll
She's
do
gonna
whatever you
tag
do.
it
Okay,
in.
great. It tags in. You go, oh, okay. All right, well, it's nice to meet you, Interrogator. You can take your rosette back.
Put that back in.
We'll purge any reference of your rosette being used from the mansion's computers.
Morgan gives like the biggest sigh.
And
And
that
the
data
data
slate?
slate, please.
Oh yeah. Like I'll give it to somebody to do a permanent delete. It's not this. If you hit delete, it doesn't always clear it. You need. I've got a guy. And he hands it off to a soldier. He's like, make it go away.
Inventory is full.
And you watch him make it go away. And he points to the third one. He's like, get a servo skull and tape him making it go away. I don't trust any of you. I don't trust anyone. Everyone's a traitor except Beatrice and this person. Wait, give me that back. And he takes the data slate back. He's like, the 10 of you, go stand in that room. And they all march into the next room. Servitors. 3 gun servitors roll out. He's like, kill everyone in that room. You'll have to stand there for an awkward moment as 3 gun servitors roll in the next room, and you hear just guys, oh no! Just blood sprays. You hear autocannon fire, heavy bolter fire, and everybody dies. He says, the servitors won't know. Beatrice, can you wipe this? Thank you. I'm going. Ooh. She runs down the hallway, and she's off and into the wilderness.
Thank you so much, Governor. That is what I wanted most.
Yeah, so we'll get all that purge for you. Thank you for your service to the Imperium, and thank you for your service to this world. Is there anything else that you require, Interrogator? You have saved us, and thus the production of this valuable hub.
Yes. If you feel like entertaining the rest of my retinue, please do that. I ask nothing else of you myself.
Do you guys like clowns? Do you guys like carnivals? How can I entertain you?
She meant like listen to them, but you know.
Oromite. Enough oromite to make suits of armor.
No, that's insane.
One suit of armor.
Absolutely not.
A chest plate.
You already have one.
Now, not for me, for him.
Governor,
Voiced in Damien.
and some ceramite. It is a drop in the bucket.
I don't know if...
It helps us in our mission.
Roll me a persuasion.
At advantage.
He's 13.
No, he's also trained to be a governor. I will give you an option. You can either roll with advantage because Solomon has also asked for it, or I will let you both roll a d20 and we, you both get to roll a d20 and we will see who gets Oromite
what.
if
Double
anyone.
dip.
And ceramite.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Let's do it. Yeah.
You're both rolling persuasion.
Oromite, but 3 times as much ceramite by weight.
And I'm going to roll 2. And lemons.
100 lemons.
It's a 10.
It's a 9.
And then what did you roll for lemons?
I did not do
Please
any
roll
of
for
that.
lemons.
Oh
Yeah,
my
come
god. Damien's becoming a joke character of himself. Natural 1.
Perils.
Stop. No.
Neil,
The room bursts into flames.
Neil Ciceriga, the lemon demon himself.
Morgan, your party is...
Yeah,
your band are clearly the least convincing people in the world.
Yeah.
But they have asked for Oromite. They have asked for Oromite and Ceramite. And they have asked for lemons. The governor was originally confused and thought just to put on a show for them like a feast or something like that. He's clearly a little bit thrown off.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's request you support will get advantage and get to roll another d20 to see if they get what they want. Who do you decide to support?
Morgan will. It's just like they become children. They when you put them into battle, they're so good. They're so good at doing things, and then you put them in a situation that's not a big battle. This happens. So Morgan is going to nod a bit and say, "I do apologize. They're very good at fighting, but they are very impolite.
Yeah.
I think we would all appreciate perhaps a feast and some extra fruit from your beautiful planet to come with us on our journeys in space." Get fucked.
No.
This is a lesson.
You can't.
This is a lesson
No more
for
jokes.
you boys.
Tyler doesn't joke anymore.
This is a lesson to behave yourselves.
You can't make armor out of lemons. It's so sour. That's not how it works. Morgan, you screwed us.
You fucked it, Morgan.
You fucked us so bad.
There's lemon juice in my eyes.
Maybe if they behave better.
I don't know why they're yelling at you. You could literally have any of them executed at a moment's notice.
Oh, I
would
know.
If they were bad, I would help you. Sometimes you get betrayed by people, and you just have to take them out. But no, I'm very happy to organize a feast for you. We'll get you a collection of citrus fruits, and you can sit at my side at the feast.
How does that sound, everyone?
Damien does not speak. He's like, he's starting to understand the game at play here. Is like everything he says is going to be a lesson. So he's just like doesn't say anything. He screws a Lucius Valentine smile on his face and is like, "This is what they want from me."
Oh, he's excited. Thank you, Mr. Witch.
I think Solomon is initially disappointed. He's like, the Oromite, it'd be so, but then he's like, oh, a feast? And I think he's like, okay, that sounds great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can't see your face, Judge Cannon, but I am sure that you are satisfied. For the Arbites ask for nothing in this world. They have forsworn family and pleasures. You truly are some of the Emperor's purest warriors.
My fucking God. That's respectful, at least. So, yeah, he's just through gritted teeth. Yes.
Yes, and I will make sure that there is nutrient slop for your Cyber Mastiff at this feast.
He doesn't have a brain, though. He doesn't
but-
appreciate it.
I know this
No,
is
but-
him internally.
Oh, I was
Oh,
just going to
sorry.
say,
I gotta say.
but he needs it for his nerves. Okay, I'll get that set up. Until then, I mean, you're in charge. You have the run of the castle. See you for a feast in a couple hours. We'll get your lander down from your ship and anything else that needs to be organized.
Thank you, Governor. You've been very fair.
Thank you, interrogator. You don't exist, and I never met you, except for this feast, where you will just be, I assume, a rogue trader.
That's exactly right.
And you all go to a feast. But a few hours later, you partake of glorious foods. There are 6 courses, all of which are flavored with different citrus fruits. And it turns out for you, Damien, you have loves other than just the lemon. For there is heat. There is cinnamon. There are other spices that can burn as intensely as they please. Judge, you struggle to figure out how to eat while wearing a helmet that's a full face mask.
You don't get what you want, and here's the feast you can't consume without showing your ass.
Just do a little shimmy. Just the bottom.
Nope, the judge does not eat. No. But Rex, too, eats so much nutrient slop that it's just supporting the nervous system spread throughout his body and his overall brain function. There's a part of me that really wanted to be jokingly like, and now you can talk through your minds, but you don't can't.
I'm gonna pocket fruit. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. And like getting the idea of like getting a to-go container, this is a very elite society. You could absolutely get stuff put into like a freezer box that you could put on a skiff to take to the ship. So a lot of citrus fruits are packed up. They are all available for the crew on an ongoing basis. And eventually you make your way back to L1 to make your way back to the ship, where the last person you see on your way off planet is Beatrice Hawkstar, who is standing next to the landing ramp of L1 as you go up. You guys sure did it. You did it. Thank you.
With your astute help, thank you very much for being our friend.
It is a pleasure. The redistributors owe you so much.
Thank you. We only ask that you hold us in as high esteem as I hold you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. She's going to put her hand out.
Awesome. And Beatrice shakes your hand and says, we owe you a lot for what you did. And I understand that you're a captain. She gives you kind of a drunken wink. She says, but you did some good. And one of the things that you did was you saved like a lot of lives. Like a lot of lives. And I appreciate that. It was like 260 people that didn't die because you did things that like weren't necessarily in your own interest in terms of just doing a findy-hidey. And so as part of our gift to you, I bring you this. And she produces an anti-grav skiff with a small box on it. She says, 260 ounces of oromite, one for each citizen that you saved. This is our gift from the redistributors to you for the incredible work that you have done. No, you're a friend.
Thank you. The lives of those Imperial citizens is worth more than this, but my crew will definitely treasure it.
Okay.
Keep up the good work redistributing.
Oh, I like that. And you? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And you climb onto the ship with 16.25 pounds of oromite in tow. You've completed your mission. You've made friends with the pirate organization of the redistributors. You've saved many of their membership. You're returning to your ship successful, having completed 2 major missions with no deaths on the team, objectives completed, and you have strengthened the skills and the tools in your toolbox for an upcoming navigator auction, where on the way you had no money, and now you have 16 pounds of auramite, which might be a much bolder offer in the future. However, you have drawn the attention of Kestrel, not just for Damien, but for the rest of the party. And there is an overarching conspiracy which you have not yet solved, a threat that is carrying forwards with you, perhaps against you, perhaps larger than had even been fathomed. Perhaps Valentine knows, but perhaps he doesn't. You don't know. The threats threaten this system, this sector, perhaps Terra itself. And it is up to you to continue to carry out the missions assigned to you by the Imperial Regent and his voice, Inquisitor Lucius Valentine, while you remain in special condition, because you are all agents of the Inquisition.
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbert, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, whose music was provided by freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. If you want to support the show or get an ad-free version, go to dumdumdice.com/join. That's dumbdice.com/join. Again, that's dumdumdice.com/join. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents of the Inquisition and join us next episode. Rabute Gilliman himself commands it.
Governor Darius Hawkstar returns to his personal quarters at the end of a long day, having confirmed that the feast is over, his guests have returned home, and that the Lucky Strike has entered the warp and left the system. He strides up to a vid screen on his desk, typing away at a personal cogitator for a brief moment before entering a long and complex code, one so long that it would require an altered and enhanced mind to even be able to recall it at will. When he hits the enter key, a face appears on the vid screen after a brief moment. A bald head, an aquiline nose, two piercing blue eyes, and facial expressions that are far closer to human norm than anyone would expect when seeing the Astartesian armor beneath and surrounding this head. It is teal meets aquamarine, shimmering, surrounded by silver, with silvery scales cascading over one pauldron and the other bearing a symbol that cannot quite be seen by the camera. The face stares into the eyes of Darius Hawkstar. Report. Well, I have successfully been inserted. I'm sorry, it's very hard to break the habits of this cover. There's no need. We wouldn't want you to break character. Feel free. The voice is resonant, but forgettable. Charming, but not too charming. Off-putting in a way that makes you feel comfortable, but not in a way that unsettles. Perfectly bland, much like the expression, much like the face, and well within the range of human norm, not standing out in the way that other Astartes voices are deeper or more basso or somehow impossible. Darius Hawkstar relaxes. Oh, God, okay. I achieved successful warp insertion. The demon activity seemed to have distracted the band who were here before they exited. I did collect their information and I'm able to pass along the rosette and it's pursuant information so that you can have it. Anything else that you need, please let me know. I am flawlessly immersed in my cover. No one suspects anything, not even the people closest. They seem to have assumed that it was a miracle, as you predicted. I will await orders. I am Alfarius. And the figure stares at the nervous teenage Darius Hawkstar that they have implanted on this world through the most malign of sorceries. And the bald figure smiles and says, "We are Alfarius."
Inventory is full. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Garbo Abe, Sam
Okay,
Schaefer,
now I'm gonna
Wobble
start
Marie,
season 2 of the
Dave
Agents of the
Turles,
Inquisition.
Squishy Werewolf, Funky Head.
Hey, I'm Arnie Niekamp from the fully improvised comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm here with my co-hosts, John the Talking Badger,
Bing bong.
and Usador the Wizard.
I greet thee, listeners.
Look, I'm trapped in the magical land of Foon, so I started a podcast interviewing elves, unicorns, and other weirdos. We have great guests like Felicia Day, Jason Mantzoukas, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Amy Mann, and so many more.
Oh, and I think one time we interviewed a sentient shoe? I hope it was sentient.
Not to mention the evil people we've had to interview. How I hate evil.
Join us as we bar crawl across the magical land of Foon.
Looking for adventure.
Getting caught up in escapades.
Hello from the Magic Tavern is available right now on your favorite podcast app and ad-free and with lots of bonus content on Patreon. Subscribe to Hello from the Magic Tavern today.
I can't carry it.
The agents of the Inquisition have completed your first 2 missions. There have been many casualties, but none of them among your team, and you have achieved all of your critical goals. You have saved, rescued, as it were, the heretic Talos Ivo, who it turns out is not that much of a heretic, and now has joined your crew, though his legs have joined Brother Solomon after a tragic accident. You also rescued the Pirates of the Redistributors from a Drukhari threat, an aristocratic menace that had been descending upon them, and you escaped with citrus fruits and oromite, and you made your way out of that system with a brief warp jump, just far enough to get clear of that system and to be able to rest without the nightmare-scape of the warp descending upon your dreams. Falling into your bunks in your doorless quarters that are shared by Solomon and Damien, alongside Rex 2 for the judge and Morgan in your much more comfortable captain's quarters, you find yourselves falling asleep near instantly in the shadow of a moon that had been chosen by your companion Avarice as a great place to collect a series of information, as he does need to for his bifurcated brain to be able to identify your next targets. And you all start drifting into your dreams. Can you roll me, Morgan, I would say, an insight? I want to know if you're dreaming well or poorly when outside of the warp.
12.
This dream is middling for you. It's not a haunting nightmare. It's not a thrilling dreamscape. It's something middle of the road, kind of a typical dream for Morgan. What would that be?
A middle of the road typical dream for Morgan would be the handful of years she spent running a bar with Eli Sharp, who was another inquisitorial agent at the time. And the dreams are the most boring boilerplate I went to work. Like giving people drinks, cleaning glasses behind a bar. Just the most chill, even boring, those dreams where you think like, oh, I just dreamed that I went to work all day. And I woke up and I have other work and things to do. But this is now, for Morgan, a completely separate time of her life that was a normal day-to-day for her for years. That is completely separated from everything else. So feels like a nostalgic dream somehow now.
So you find yourself behind the bar of this establishment. The same hangers-on, all the lowbrow customers of this kind of dive bar are present. And there is that din of conversation throughout the room that you have not experienced in any way recently, especially with several years in prison.
Yes.
And you find yourself pouring drinks, serving them, and then just standing and watching the crowd. And casually kind of the way people can draw symbols or other things in liquid on a surface. It's a sticky bar, but there's a little bit of spilled liquid, so you can do that. And you find yourself looking down until you realize your finger is just instinctively drawing the symbol of corn. And you remember horrifically carving it into the back of Larsa Quinn. And that's when you realize you are feeling a knife tip poking into your own back, and you wake up face down on your bed feeling a figure over you. with the tip of a knife piercing through your black nightie into the flesh beneath it. And you hear a voice in your ear that says, "Now don't move. That would be tremendously unfortunate if you moved. I need you to take out your calm. I know it's next to you on the bed. Just take it out and I'm going to tell you what to say. We have your whole ship. We're already in. So you can move your left arm. That's a safe one for you to move."
And Morgan is going to slowly move her left arm to start to pull out her comm and then attempt to flip over and kick this knife up away from her.
Great. Can you roll me? I think this would fall under acrobatics.
Great.
I'm going to give you disadvantage because this figure is already on top of you with their weight, pinning you down, and the knife is pressing against your skin while you are wearing a nightie. They've been able to really set themselves up.
Great. Then I'm going to use a luck point and get a straight roll.
There you go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So that is a 22.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Feeling good. Chill roll.
Okay, you manage to kick the knife up and away and squirm out from under this figure. What do you do?
She will pull the comms out and just basically be like, "Ship red alert."
Fabulous. I need you to roll me initiative.
Okay, I always have advantage on initiative.
Great. I love that for you.
That's a dirty 20 for Morgan.
Okay, you do manage to get up. You manage to say your red alert. We'll count that as your action because that's definitely a move in this environment. Mm-hmm. You find yourself in your quarters. As we said, these are palatial, larger quarters. Mm-hmm. You are now off of your bed. This has a comfortable sitting area. There's a desk that you can kind of sit and make your reports and other notes at. That if you're looking at your bed, if we want to say that that is kind of the north of the room, then the west would be your desk area, the east would be the sitting area, and then the south would be the entrance into this space. As you look around, you see that this figure that you have squirmed out of has actually backflipped. They are wreathed in shadow, but they backflipped off of your bed to position themselves near the door. And as you look through the door, you can see that there is a high-quality gun servitor with a heavy bolter attached to its arm with its laser eyesights following you in the room.
Yeah. So if that's my action, I'm going to take a cunning action to disengage and then move behind the desk and get down so that the desk is cover for me.
Great. So you are crouching down. Would you be prone? Would you be crouching? The desk itself has a hollow space underneath it with the solid wall of the desk facing towards the door. Mm-hmm. So ducking down, are you trying to crawl in, or are you just using it as cover in a classic kind of like flipping a table in the saloon? Yeah,
using it as cover going down to a knee. So she has the comms and she's fully covered by this. So she can't see the rest of the room right now, but hoping that Romeo can see the rest of the room. So
okay, where is Romeo?
Romeo would be right in her bed. So Romeo hasn't moved and is in the corner where she was sleeping, like up in the top right corner of her bed.
Fabulous. You are hooked into Romeo. You see this figure continue their backflip into a handspring into, and somehow impossibly just over this gun servitor. There's only a foot tall gap over the gun servitor between the ceiling and them, and this figure manages to parkour directly through that space, spinning perfectly, land behind, and all of a sudden there's a glowing green pistol of the Drukhari style aimed over this servitor's shoulder into the room. You're very live. I appreciate that. You may have noticed there are no alarms going off. I'm trying to speak peacefully with you because I don't want anything bad to happen to your friends. And the camera pans down the hall into a room, a doorless room in the crew quarters. Solomon and Damien, can you both roll me a perception? You are asleep, but
I rolled like a sleeping person.
I did as well.
You are asleep, and you don't hear anything. You stay out. There's just a calming whir and a hiss in the distance, regular shipboard sounds. Can you roll me another perception?
Second chances? Sorry. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what'd you get?
14.
Oh, 15.
14 and 15. You both find yourselves stirring awake And as you instinctively look around, you realize there's a giant sheet of solid metal covering the door to your room. And as you look, you see that there is a hissing weld line on both sides and the top of this metal that has been pressed against the door to your room, trapping you in. And a fair amount of it has cooled when your comm beats come on and Morgan says red alert.
Damien like bolts up in bed, and I think the way our bunks are situated is like a Solomon, wake up.
What? Yeah, what?
The door, Solomon.
Oh, Closet built us a door.
No.
How kind.
Solomon, get the door. We're under attack.
Oh! And he goes. Once he's still half dreaming, and then he'll just grab the sword and just start busting.
Great. So you are attacking the door frame that's being welded into place.
Sure am.
Fabulous. Roll me an attack.
Let's do.
I'll give you advantage.
God
It's
bless.
a door.
What can I do for you?
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You hit the door. I will innately say that you do maximum damage. What is the maximum damage on your weapon?
18.
All right. You do 18 damage to the steel frame being welded into place. Damien, what do you do?
Oh, man. I can't, really, really pop off in a small, 10 by 10 foot kind of dorm situation that we've got going on.
Yeah, half of that space is now being used by Brother Solomon, who is just hammering his greatsword into this
and he had to
plate
bring
that's
in
being
all of
welded.
his shit too, his regicide and all of that.
Yeah, and there's 2 bunks now, so one of the bunks is under the other on the floor. Solomon sleeps on the floor, you sleep in the bunk. There's so much stuff around you, no question, and so much of it is flammable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're also both in your underwear.
I think the reason, okay.
I'm just saying, you were sleeping comfortably. We established
Yeah.
Solomon sleeps in boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Damien, I think, slept in full clothing, but then his bed caught fire. What does Damien sleep in?
Probably is his, I was going to say his underoos, but I don't think he's got underoos. Yeah, probably similar, just like his skivvies or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like, again, he doesn't own much.
It seems like a lot of his clothing is pretty flimsy. So yeah, he's just got like Munitorum issued briefs. Like it's just
like probably Closet had to give him like a few extra pair because he came in with just the clothes on his back from being in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's got a few sort of like, standard issue, as you were saying, just kind of.
It'd be Militarum kind of clothing. So it could be an undershirt, but I don't know if he's an undershirt guy. He's very shirtless a lot of the time.
Yeah, I don't think he
Fair
could
enough.
sleep
So
comfortably.
Then
like
I
that,
stand by my statement.
Yeah, no,
you're both
you're right.
in your underwear.
You're right. And that's on me for getting sassy. Welcome to season 2. I am trying to remember these spells. I think I've got to engage Morgan because bashing down a door, that is 100% not my area of expertise. I have put the best man for the job on it, and I am on the comm bead. If we were sleeping in our like night clothes, it would be like the comm bead.
You'd have some shelving units almost carved into the wall
like
next to you where you could
or
set
like a
things
nightstand
in there.
or something akin to that,
Yeah.
or just even like just a small metal shelf
I think it'd
jutting
be
out.
slots in the wall.
Yeah,
So you've
okay.
got kind of shelves
Yeah.
built in, so you can kind of reach in and take stuff out. None of it locks. You
I
don't
think
have
it's
a door.
just then a faint, like the faintest, like tinny voice coming from, like the mini speaker way over kind of here beside the bed of like red alert, and then he's gonna snatch it, put it into his ear, and say, Damien and Solomon reporting. Someone sealed us in our room.
And we will travel the camera back to the captain's quarters where Morgan, you hear the voice in the hallway say, I have so many people in the hallway. We got a lineup of breachers. We got gun servers. We got all this. You need to tell them to stop hitting that door or they're going to die horrible deaths.
And I don't know if this is possible, but Morgan wants to reply out loud to this Drakari while talking to Damien in Glossia.
Okay, yes, we're using Glossia as our generic term. Again, this is not specifically Eisenhorn's Glossia, but
Yes.
using that as our inquisitorial language short form. Yes, theoretically, because Damien is the only other person in the crew who can speak inquisitorial doublespeak, you are able to speak to both of them at the same time.
That's what she wants to do. So she will say, I don't appreciate calm conversation at knife point. Are you from the Cabal of the Bladed Cage? Have I offended you somehow? And while she says that, she will say to Damien, I am tied down in my quarters. There are many enemies on board. Try to get in contact with someone other than me.
Okay. Damien, I need an initiative from you. Because now I got to track initiative across rooms.
Natural 20 on the initiative. Do you want a modifier
begin.
to in case there's other just like
Yeah, do that. Give it for me just in case.
yeah, so natural 20 for a total of 22.
Okay, 22. Solomon, can you roll me one just in case?
Sure. 7.
That is a 7. Solomon, you are one of the people who can switch your initiative voluntarily with someone else if you want to, but Damien has been given instructions. I'm imagining we'll keep this as it stands.
Solomon is good just swanging. He does not know that this door can't be broken. In fact, he believes this door can be broken and must be broken.
Fabulous. Okay, Damien, you get to act first in this stretch, definitely before anybody else does. So who are you going to try to reach out to?
I think it's open channel to the crew of the Lucky Strike. So the judge, Avarice, Closet. If Talos, I've always been added to like the list of like who can be put onto like the group call kind of thing. It's just open channel.
A question I have for you, because you want to reach out to everybody. There are 2 different strategies that you can use here, because you have your comm bead, which you are currently on, but your comm bead is only clued into the comm beads for the rest of the team.
Right, okay.
Because it generally does not reach like ship wide. So you could switch it to somebody on the ship because you have successfully used them previously to reach out to Closet or something like that, but you can't get ship general. You do have a ship vox in your room where you can kind of reach over and hit a button that will pump you into the rest of the ship. It's just a different system. You've got time to engage with one. So what do you want to do?
If Morgan is speaking to me in Glossia, saying that she's tied down, I think using the like loudspeaker ship comms is too much of a reveal.
Mm-hmm.
So then it is the secure channel.
Great. So who's your target then you want to reach out to? You've got the judge, who theoretically should be on this conversation already, but is clearly not responding.
Okay. Then it would probably be Avarice.
Mm-hmm.
And so Damien just on the comm will switch over to a channel to Avarice's channel and say, Avarice, Solomon and I have been sealed into our room. Morgan, the ship, it's under attack.
Let me do a roll for Avarice. Avarice does not respond.
Then you tell me when my turn is over, but now we're just kind of going down the Rolodex of people on the crew that I can reach out to.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Roll me I'm going to say sleight of hand, because I just want to know how fast you can flick through these, and we'll see how many you can get. The DC will be 15, because you're checking with different people. Any amount you score above 15 will give you another person you could reach out to.
Okay. Any amount over 15.
Like
okay.
16 will get you one more person. 17 will read 2 more people. 18, keep working the way up that way.
Got it. I rolled a 14.
A 14. So sadly, you are flipping over to the next person, but cannot do any more than that.
Okay.
Solomon, you continue to attack the door. Can you roll me an attack with advantage?
He doesn't even pay attention to what Damien's doing. He just assumes Damien knows what's up. The only thing he knows how to do, chop doors. 21.
Okay.
God damn.
Immediately, another 18 damage. We'll just give you the full factor, because I assume you're not juicing these with anything.
No. You got to save the good stuff for the actual enemies.
The plate is beginning to dent significantly outwards as this force is there. It's still solid. There are no gaps in it. The welds are holding at the side, but you're just working the center of this forwards through sheer force of will.
You know what? Actually, I take that back, because I feel like he needs Solomon needs kind of a sit rep thing going on there. In prior, he's rushed into things without being prepared. So I think he wants to know. So I think he would, as he's just railing on this door, I'd be like, Damien, what are we fighting? What's the enemy? We need to know.
I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, if you can figure that out, keep me in the loop. Clang.
Okay, that's Solomon's turn.
Just ask, I guess. As you're tuning the radio, you're getting nothing.
And we cut back to Morgan. Morgan, can you roll me a perception? I'm going to keep this flat because you're observing the world through Romeo, but it's a relatively small room and you're familiar with most of it, so you can focus on these figures in the hallway.
15.
15. Okay. You can see some details of this figure over the gun servitor's shoulder. When you look at this gun servitor, it's very pale. It's got black armor, some bladed edges and ribbing to it, something stylized. But behind it, you are seeing a human woman. Clearly styled in the vibe of a Drukhari. She's got pale skin with dark makeup and straight black hair with a single streak of white, which she wears in a neck-length bob. If you need a visual reference, I would say the closest Hollywood pull would probably be, age 30 Aubrey Plaza, but more goth, more pale, and with some fine scarring. She's wearing an elaborate coat. It looks almost Astra Militarum issue, maybe something like that. Could be kind of trader-ish, very flashy and aristocratic. It's loosely on her shoulders. You're not sure how she managed to keep that on through all the back flipping and everything else. Underneath it, 15, you're seeing black leather and skin. You're not sure exactly what's going on. It seems vaguely reminiscent of the witch cults that you had originally seen in Camorra, but this is a human woman for sure. There's an elegance and kind of a copycat nature to some Drukhari behavior, but none of the actual inhuman grace of it. You're looking at like a human athlete of high quality, but nowhere near what you'd seen with the Incubi or the Kabalites or anything like that.
Okay, so there's also a Drukhari, or this is
this is her. She's dressed like a Drukhari, moves like a Drukhari in like a knockoff sense, but not a Drukhari.
Okay, so it's like she says that right away. Of like, are you from these Drukhari? And then you
take it in.
Yeah.
And then you hear the voice from the hallway saying, I'm not Drukhari, but needs must. I'm here for a client. This doesn't need to be personal. I don't want to kill you. That's not what the client's paying for, but you're not realizing that you're outmatched, which is somewhat vexing.
Who do you work for?
I don't know. It's the joys of my job.
It's just spinning through her mind of, like, does this person even know that we're Inquisition, or is this unrelated? Is her first instinct. Because, of course, if it's following them. How did you find my ship?
I was sent to a specific location with specific codes, told it would be unlocked for us to enter, which it was. I knew where everyone was, and now I'm here. I'm here to take something. I've already got it. I just thought it would be fun to talk.
Morgan rolls her eyes about the fun thing. Like, Morgan is much more serious business about this. And what are you taking?
A judge. And we pan back down the hallway to Damien. You are flipping through. Roll me another check. We'll see if you get more than one here for this.
Sleight of hand?
Yes.
Worse.
I'll give you advantage. You're looking at it. You have time to panic. Solomon's busy clanging away.
Okay. 18.
18. All right. You get a chance to call 3 different people if the first person does not respond, but you've got the ability to flip through those numbers.
The first person after Avarice would be the judge.
Judge, no answer.
No answer. Makes sense. Then Closet.
What do you say to Closet?
Closet, we are under attack. Solomon and I are pinned in the door. Give us intel. Tell us what's going on.
I am pinned down in my berth. Several enemies, overmatched, threat level Omega.
Okay. Does Damien know threat level Omega as on the scale of severity?
That is a great question. Can you roll me, I will say, a history. It'll just be if you know anything about the Mechanicum. Odds are you don't. I'm going to say disadvantage because it is a religion that is not yours.
Yep.
So I don't think you had a lot of crossover, but maybe you picked something up.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
Let's see if I can add a modifier to my 3. I cannot. That's a 3 history.
Fair enough. You have no idea. You heard the words you heard.
Demon's like, okay, is that bad?
I'd say this is the moment where you realize you have 2 options.
Yeah.
You can continue talking to him or flip to somebody else. It'll get you your second question here, or you can try someone else on the crew.
I think the only other person capable of speech is Talos.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So let's go to Talos. Yeah.
All right. You flip over to Talos. What do you say?
Talos, the ship is under attack. Have you seen who it is? Have you seen their numbers? It's an Omega level threat.
Oh, hey, that's bad. Yeah, no, there's a lot of them. I'm hiding in the back right now, which is, I should probably be quieter than I'm being, but you know what? It's nice to talk to somebody when it's kind of scary. So, yeah, I'd say there's at least 50 plus. I've seen some servitors. Oh, here they come. Guess I'm going to make a new friend.
Oh, thrown. Back to Morgan. Oh, actually, I can't do that this turn.
No.
But that's the intention.
Yeah. So you go back to Morgan after this. But the camera pans across the ship. I mean, Solomon, I'm just going to say that you do another 18 damage.
Damien, just find anyone. Who are they?
Yeah, you've overheard threat level Omega said, because you can hear Damien talking into the
that's not
beam.
good. It's not.
That's the worst one, I think.
Oh, chug.
Morgan.
He's covered in sweat.
Okay, so knowing that it seems like no one's coming, not hearing anything back yet, Morgan's feeling like, okay, if this lady likes to talk, maybe I need a different tack. And so Morgan slowly leans up from behind the desk. Like, this gun servitor could try to shoot my head off, yes.
Yep, you do see the laser eye center mass on your body.
Great, but as long as it's not shooting yet, and she will just push herself up and lean her elbows on the desk and sort of lean herself over. And she'll say, your client wants the judge. Well, he's my judge. And I'm not willing to give him up to you that easily.
I understand why you might feel that way. That's why we both have to make some hard decisions. And she takes a shot at you with her Drukhari pistol. Ooh. That will be a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, and that will do 13 damage.
Oh.
And can you roll me a Constitution saving throw as you feel poison burning within the shard that is ejected from this Drukhari weapon?
Jeez.
It's a 15.
Okay, you're going to take half damage on this one. It will do 1 point of damage. It was originally 3, but we'll round down. I know D&D 2024 has its rounding rules, but I don't care. I'm rounding down. And I will say that you have disadvantage on all physical checks as you start to feel it overwhelm your system. Some of your nerves are kind of on the fry. You can feel them echoing through your body. And she starts to advance into the room towards you after having taken that shot. What do you do?
Man, how heavy is this desk? Because I've been in this room before. How heavy / mobile is this desk?
Because it's a spaceship, it's bolted down.
Okay, great. That helps. That's great. Morgan is going to, as soon as she gets shot, wants to fall back onto the floor. And then the desk is facing the wall. She wants to try to get into a wall panel behind her desk and escape into the wall.
Okay. Interesting. Can you roll me? You've been shot.
Yep,
It'll
I have
be
disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I think this one might be survival for just wrenching a gate open. I would accept athletics or I would accept survival. Either way, it's for you to just free a panel quickly without your usual stealth.
Yeah, I think I want to take my last luck point because Morgan feels like this lady's going to shoot me and I'm going to die. And I can't let that happen. So I'm going to take survival. And this is my last luck point to see if I can... Oh, no. It's a 10.
Oh, a 10. You are scrabbling, but you need another turn to be able to pull that away. You realize she is closing in and she will be on top of you, and you have not yet freed this panel. Is there anything you say into your comm? Or anything else you want to do with your cunning action? I'm just allowing comm as an option.
Yes. Morgan would say into her comm bead with it open again, doing double speak to Damien, which is apropos as Damien apparently switches over to talk to her. But she would say to this lady, it doesn't suit a member of the Imperium to masquerade as a Drukhari. Praise the Emperor. And then saying to Damien, I've been outmatched and they're taking the judge. Try to stay alive.
Damien, is there anything you want to respond?
Yes, he will provide her with intel and kind of next course of action as far as he knows, which would be acknowledged, all crew subdued or unresponsive, over 50 hostiles aboard the Lucky Strike. We're coming to you, Morgan.
Oh, that's so nice.
And we cut back across this conversation into this other room. Damien, you are standing with Solomon, who is battering away at this door, getting tired, but it's continuing to bend, budge, and be damaged.
Okay.
What do you do?
He'll use a bonus action to cast a spell. That's how this spell works.
Okay.
He's casting a new spell, an old spell, but new for...
New for our game, old for Damien.
Yeah. This is Touch of Chaos.
Okay.
Casting time is 1 bonus action. This is a level 2 spell.
Ooh.
You touch 1 willing creature and choose cold, fire, or lightning. Damien places a hand on his own chest. He is willing to channel the warp and chooses fire. Until the spell ends, the target creature can take a magic action to exhale a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area makes a dex saving throw, taking 3d6 damage if the chosen type on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So, for his bonus action, he is instilling himself with the ability to breathe warp fire, to exhale a 15-foot cone of warp fire. And he will, hopefully, I'll defer to you on this, as a free dialogue, say, Solomon, step back for a moment and then come back in with that sword, and would like to delay his action for when Solomon on his turn is clear of the door, and then spend his action to hit it with fire to soften the metal further.
That works for me, yes.
Okay.
You'll ready the action until Solomon is clear, because in D&D 2024, as long as it has a specific trigger, then you can ready any action. So yeah, you'll blast that door once Solomon steps out of the way. Up next, Solomon.
He does exactly as commanded. He knows Damien's
Where
powerful.
do you go in the room?
So it's like a tight.
It's a 10-foot by 10-foot room.
Well, I think knowing what Damien is capable of, I think he has to get around and behind you. He's quite acrobatic. He's quite athletic. So he's going to try and do like not like a pick and roll, but he's going to try and do like a sort of tumble to get behind and be back and ready and on his feet, so that when Damien does whatever he does, he's ready to strike.
Great. So Damien, it will say you have enough space. You have like 2 feet behind you, so you got kind of like bunk. Bunk would be like, 3 feet, 2 feet to you. You're like 5 feet from the door, and it means Solomon can get safely behind you. I think you guys would be able to sort that out amongst yourselves as professional combat monsters. All right, you open up. How much heat does this produce? What's the deal?
3d6. There is a spell save DC, but I'm doing it to the door.
Yeah, the door just takes it.
Okay, so I'll roll 3d6.
I'm going to say automatic maximum damage.
Okay.
That'll get you there as well. Whew. Between the 3 of you, that's 40, 60. Oh, my God. 40, 50, 56. God. That's 72 damage so far that you've done to the door. Solomon, you have moved back. It's about 5 feet, which means you could definitely move forwards again, if should you so wish.
I will say Touch of Chaos is a concentration spell. Damien having just like heaved, and then I think not just like a blowing of breath, but like a hateful howling of just, oh, and it just, the flame comes out of him, the hate of the heretic combined with the flame of the heretic, and witch like washing this door. But then you can see like purple fiery light still behind the skin of his throat, indicating that he is capable of doing this again.
Ooh.
So what I will say, I'll give you a bit of a devil's bargain on this, because I like this structure, but the idea of you continuing to blow warp fire at this door to heat it up is also awesome. So you can stop and let Solomon attack the door now and try again next turn. Or for each turn you continue to keep the heat up, I will add another 8 damage to your total.
Well, that kind of works for me. My thinking was I can keep doing this, as in I will keep heating the metal, you come in and smash it, and then get out again, and I'll heat it again, and we will just together.
But you just want to alternate. Okay, so he's got the ability to do that. I'm fine with that being implied. You guys know each other pretty well. So Solomon, if you're diving back in for the door, the one thing...
Thank you.
Perils.
Del is, yes.
Del, you didn't have to.
Yeah, let's do this.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Before you roll that perils, Damien, let me check. Morgan, would you, during, let's say, an hour of a brief warp jump before you got here, have gotten your Aquila necklace back, or would you have left it with Damien to collect later?
Yes, I would have left it with Damien to collect later, because also, since all of the warp incursion and demonic things happened, I think she wanted to keep that with Damien for the time being.
Great. So he's still got the necklace. Damien, would you have worn the necklace while asleep? Clearly, it went on you and possession went away, so there is significance to this necklace, but you're not sure.
If Damien understands that that would be sufficient he can sleep in a necklace. He's not that much of a...
So canonically, necklace and unitorum briefs.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, roll the perils. I just want to double check for my brain.
I need to figure out how to purchase Bitcoin.
We're good. No perils.
Super. All righty.
So I can
Solomon,
get
you want to
myself
attack first. Can you roll me a con saving throw?
Ooh, before I do anything else?
If you're advancing towards the door, it's just with the amount of heat that has been blasted towards that door. I want to make sure that it's not causing harm to your bare flesh.
Natural 20.
You're not going to be affected by any of this fire. The warp cannot touch your saintly, heroic skin. So, okay, you make your way forwards and you attack the door for another 18 damage.
Well, as
even more.
I was just going to add a little bit too. So as he sees Damien kind of like, the first 3 times he's doing it, we're not sure of the threat. We don't know what's going on, but seeing Damien...
Sorry to cut you off. No. You will have also heard 50 enemies aboard.
Sure. Oh, okay. I didn't know how much that was
he would have said out loud.
So now I think realizing it's like, we gotta, and so, and I think, not that he's excited, but this is Solomon's wheelhouse. So when Damien starts pumping that stuff, he'll be like, yes, Damien, yes, you activate your full potential. And he is going to hit the door and he's going to use something called Promethean Scar, which will set his sword on fire and do lingering extra fire damage on this door.
Incredible. Yeah. How much extra damage does it do?
1d6 in perpetuity.
Okay, I'm going to have you roll the d6, because that I don't think is an immediate maximum. That's magically
Am I just hitting the door automatically?
You will hit the door automatically. I mean, realistically, at this point, it's silly to say you can't hit a door with the other magic you can do.
Sure.
But I know the HP total of this door that's been welded in place, so we're going to see if you can burn through that.
Just a 3.
Okay.
Just an extra little 3. So 21 maybe at that roll?
21. Okay, can you roll me an athletics?
16.
Okay, the welds are still holding, but the door is starting to get bashed further and further out. You're starting to hear creaking sounds. It's clear that you are close to a structural maximum of what it can take. If this door could be bloodied, let me tell you, it's way past bloodied. But in the other room, Morgan, this figure advances over you and you see a second pistol raised and it fires and you feel electricity arcing through your body. Yeah, it hits. There's no question there.
No.
Can you roll me a con save?
Yep.
It will be at disadvantage.
Okay. It's an 11.
An 11. You find yourself racked by electricity as a large barbed dart stabs into, I would say, your abdomen as you're trying to pull this open. She just kicks you over, fires, and you are stuck, unable to move as this electricity arcs through you. And she reaches down and takes the comm bead out of your hand, raises it to her mouth and says, whoever's on the other end of this, I'm going to kill this woman unless you stop right now.
I feel like Damien would have words with this person if he was a more capable and seasoned inquisitorial agent. Do you know what I mean? Of like just declaring like, you are on an inquisitorial vessel. You are holding an inquisitor hostage. You will cease and desist all activity and surrender immediately or face death or something like that, right? Like the authority of the Inquisition compels you to stop. But he is a boy and he is, he is not up on that kind of stuff. He's from the ecclesiarchy, so I think the flavor of that is sort of like, might sound silly to this person, but the word of the emperor himself compels you to stop and release the hostages.
Okay, can you roll me, I think, intimidation or persuasion? What feels correct to you?
Not persuasion. He's trying to be intimidating. He's trying to be formidable with this voice on the line.
Fabulous. Intimidation works for me, yeah.
Okay. 18 plus 6.
Damn.
24 intimidation.
24. Wow, this is very disappointing because I thought at least one of you would be reasonable. Okay, plan B. And she drops the comm and crushes it under her heel. And Morgan, you feel yourself getting picked up, but your eyes can't focus on anything around you as she starts dashing down the hallway. And we pan back to the other room.
Ryan, is Morgan able to still use Romeo or see through him? Or is she completely incapacitated?
That's a very good question. And I like a little bit of chaos in these things. It's an electrical system, so it could be affected. We're just going to make this pure luck. Roll me a d6. On a 4+, you're still in contact with Romeo. On a 1 to 3, you are not.
It's a 6.
You still have contact with Romeo and have the ability to pilot him, though your body does not work.
Great. And so as her own body gets dragged out, the little servo skull is coming around the corner to see where she's being taken and how many people are in the hall.
Can you roll me a stealth for Romeo?
Yes.
That's so funny.
Romeo does not have any weapons on him, correct?
Correct.
Romeo will have advantage on this, not because not having weapons makes him invisible, but because not having weapons means he would not necessarily be a priority to people who would otherwise see him.
Great. Oh, Romeo. It's a 8.
Can
So no.
I give my heroic inspiration to Romeo?
Oh, we're starting to Calvin ball a lot. I don't think so,
Okay.
because
We're not
you
in the
don't
same
have
room.
line of sight, and technically you're not in the same scene.
That's fair.
I think
Yep.
if I would let you
Totally.
theoretically pass it around with like Solomon in this, because I think there's like a certain amount of luck and heroism in sharing, but there's a wall between you guys currently. It's a very thin wall, but it exists. Well, there you get a 2. So no one sees Romeo anyways. So Romeo manages to start darting and following down the hallway, just staying high up in the hallway to be able to see what's going on. Romeo comes around the corner, and what you see is you're moving, kind of sprinting, dashing, all this stuff as you're sprinted down this hallway. You are seeing the movie pull that I would use is like Snowpiercer in that scene where they open the door and it's just a long line of figures in black with close combat weapons, all lining this crew corridor. The figure that is carrying you, she is able to dart, bounce off walls, leap over people. They're moving out of her way as she's moving through. But there is a small army present in this hallway, and you see the bulging metal that as you move past of this door that is slowly being worn down by your fellows.
Just glowing and denting and glowing and
100%.
denting.
Yeah. It's a solid like 3.5 feet out from the wall where it should be flat to it at the beginning. And it is glowing very warm, not to the point of the heat to like liquid metal, but close.
Yeah.
It's the name of those 2 guys from the droid ship from episode 1. What are their stupid names? I'm sorry, that's a derail. I shouldn't have mentioned it. It's the ship's
The
closing,
guys
but they're
who are-
still coming through, and they
Yeah.
have stupid names.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know who you're talking
Newt
about.
Gunray.
Newt Gunray is one of them,
Yep.
and then the other one.
Great pull, guys.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They're the Trade Federation.
The Trade
the
Fe-
Trade
yeah.
Federation representatives.
Yes.
They try to gas the Jedi at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
They're
okay.
still coming through the blast doors.
That was great.
That's good. That was the closest pull I think we could get
Beautiful, Trevor.
in sci-fi worlds. That's what you see, Morgan. Is there anything else you do? I think
I
that's
don't
it with
think
Romeo's
there's anything
movement
I
and following.
can do.
Yeah.
I think it's just documenting at this point, which is unfortunate, but that's where we're at.
And the camera pans back to the door as you continue striking it. Are we continuing the pattern?
Getting cut off from Morgan is a bit of a game changer for Damien in that this person did not, as far as he can tell, even blink at his authoritative, the emperor compels you kind of stuff, which would work on him, would work for him. And something spoken moments ago is stuck with him, which was Solomon saying, use your full potential, which surely not intentional on his part, but is very much what Father Kestrel has kind of been all about with Damien, of like, Damien, don't you just want to go ape shit, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
unleash
absolutely.
the power that's within you. And so
You're the chosen one.
and so that makes him think of Father Kestrel, and he was just going to run with this, and Combi line went dead, right? Like crunch sound or whatever, just
Yep.
like abrupt, no more communication. So I think fist on the speaker button, he's just going to smash that, not smash to destroy it, but just desperately open the line so that this is now ship-wide comm kind of Vox speaker thing of this is your one and only warning. There is a psyker aboard this vessel that is capable of communing with a demon, and I am not afraid of invoking him. I will burn and damn us all if you do not leave the crew of the Lucky Strike alone and vacate.
Amazing. Roll me an intimidation. With advantage. That's a good call.
Oh, man. Swinging both ends of the spectrum there. A 2 and a 19. So a 19 plus 6 for 25 intimidation.
Oh, incredible. Solomon, can you roll me a perception at advantage?
I think I know what this is for, but I'm
we'll
not
find
sure.
out.
Yeah. 19.
19. Solomon, you hear the most bone-chilling, empowering, impressive, horrifying, heretical threat from Damien you have ever heard. And where you are standing at the door, you also hear outside that it didn't play on any of the speakers.
Oh, no!
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbert, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, whose music was provided by freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. If you want to support the show or get an ad-free version, go to dumdumdice.com/join. That's dumdumdice.com/join. Again, that's dumdumdice.com/join. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents.
Hey, I'm Arnie Niekamp from the fully improvised comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I'm here with my co-hosts, John the Talking Badger,
Bing bong.
and Usador the Wizard.
I greet thee, listeners.
Look, I'm trapped in the magical land of Foon, so I started a podcast interviewing elves,
Hello.
unicorns, and
Donkey
other weirdos.
boy.
We have great
Donkey
guests
boy.
like Felicia Day, Jason
I'm
Mantzoukas,
listening to
Brendan
Agents of
Mulligan,
the
Amy Mann,
Inquisition.
and so many more.
Oh, and I think one time we
I
interviewed
really enjoy
sentient
it.
shoe? I hope it was sentient.
Not to mention the evil people we've had to interview. How I hate evil.
Join us as we bar crawl across the magical land of Foon.
Looking for adventure.
Getting caught up in escapades.
Hello from the Magic Tavern is available right now on your favorite podcast app and ad-free and with lots of bonus content on Patreon. Subscribe to Hello from the Magic Tavern today.
See you around.
There are some bugs, like I need to delete my row XC and W's
All of you were
E
woken
folder
from
or
your
something.
rest after your most recent
Apparently
mission
I
to
can't
find that the
choose
ship
any
had been
talents, but
overtaken.
they have
Solomon
apparently
and
fixed
Damien,
it,
you
so
have
I
been
just need to do
trapped
that.
inside your room, normally doorless. Now, the steel frame that's been welded in place.
Paladin,
You're trying
rogue,
to batter your way
and-
through. Morgan, you exchanged words
see
with
if
a
I can
strange,
find the
menacing
message.
figure in Drukari style but human form, who ended up incapacitating you and taking you captive after telling you that they had come for the judge. Solomon, you have just overheard Damien give a threat that he
Yeah.
consorts with demons and is essentially
Rogue
a
Paladin
wolf bomb.
Hunter.
Two questions. Is that a
Still
factor
some
for your
bugs, and they're
concern?
trying to get everything back
Yes.
up to 1.18 standard.
So I think chill, like, and again, Solomon has seen the,
But yeah,
like,
it's
the
running
warp
fine
fire,
besides that.
the tools that Damien can harness. I think those Solomon's like,
Yeah, the server is
learn
stable.
how to harness them.
I
Learn,
think max has been around 380 players or something.
A facsimile of himself in that. Two sides of the same coin. But the speech,
384
Damien gave, I
since the
think, was
last
enough where that
server
would just like if it was
restart.
the movie, you would just see Solomon's
been up
eyes
for
like
one day.
and back to you what? Before he realized that that message did not play
Which
for
is-
the rest of the ship.
So the server time is actually 2 hours behind me.
And I'm going, oh, that's not good.
Which was my second question. What do you tell Damien when you realize no one heard him?
I think,
And
you
every
know,
time
he's
they
keeping track of the work
restart
near
the server, they add 100 new player
But
slots.
we're still in. We're still under threat. So again, it's he sort of shake it out and go. I think it's broken. It didn't work.
Oh,
Do it again. Oh, actually, don't. Try something else.
I think Damien also shares like that was kind of like a one-off for me of like I didn't like that either kind of thing of like
And if you join their
I think it was
Discord,
like
you
a
can
look of
assign
dismay,
yourself
I have to say
like
that
a
again.
role that will
Same
alert you
tone,
when they
but like
open
different
slots.
I don't know. I'm not good at that. And he rears back to
I was
hit
gonna
the
say,
door
if you-
again. Yeah.
If you don't attack that door soon, we're going to cut back to a hallway. Okay, yeah, you are attacking the door. So we've said you auto hit, you auto do your maximum damage, and you have added D6 fire damage. Can you roll that for me?
Another 3.
Ooh.
Right in the meaty middle.
Whoa. You come to 114 of the 115 required to break through this door. You are seeing it creak. There's almost a hole. Everything's almost ready to give, but there is a question of, can you break the welds? Can you roll me in athletics?
Oh, I can.
I have to roll for the team on the other side trying to hold this door on. 22
Oh, God,
for the
no.
oppressors.
No, 16,
Yeah.
15.
Okay,
from
you can't break
Norway.
the weld, so it'll take one more turn before this happens. And the camera pans out where, Morgan, you are continuing to be carried like a sack of grain over the shoulder of this human Drakari.
I'm trying to make a guild called Norse Alliance where I can have people
Is
from
Romeo still following?
Romeo's still
Nordics.
following. He's trying to stay up
so
and
we
out
can
of the
have
way because
Finnish
it's,
people or
or
English
you can't
speaking
do
people.
anything else, literally. So
Can you roll me
There is a Norwegian guild
for
called Ninja
your dear
Turtles,
friend
but I don't
Romeo?
really.
At
They only want Norwegians, so don't think we will have only Norwegians enough for raiding.
Yep. I mean, I'll roll, but a nat 1. Okay.
I need to find the.
That's why we roll things.
yeah.
Romeo will continue to follow, but he will
Wait, what does
gain
it say?
the
It's
attention of some of the
blacksmith here.
troops from Closet's Hold
Or is that
who
the
will
trader
pursue
sign?
after Romeo. So they are chasing you, but it means Closet now no longer has supervision.
I would
He's
like
still
to
manacled
win
in the place where he was,
anyways.
as that you saw in like the brief past, but he's able to do whatever he wants to unsupervised for a brief period of time as the chaos
like that.
continues.
I like that.
Back to the room, boys. We've got. You're going to try to threaten again? Are you? What are you doing, Damien?
I think is it apparent to Damien as well that this door is ready to give?
Yeah, it's at the tipping point. No question.
Okay, then I think it's just one more blast from within, kind of welling up, and he's just gonna again just scream heretic hatred at the door and a gout of warp fire.
Would Solomon, like when he made that last hit, would he know that it's like he knows it's ready to go?
You know it's close. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like one more push and it should be done.
Could he pitch to you to wait and he'll like can opener the door so that you can just blow that through and get whatever's on the other end?
Yeah, that's fine.
There we have.
Would that make sense? Damien, watch. Can opener. And he'll stick the sword in and like rend it open. I was thinking so that ideally like the demon fire would like flood
so
the
I can like
hallway.
hold action again.
Great.
then,
So
right?
you'll
Yeah.
ready action
Yeah.
until the door is can opener, at which point you will fire.
In that case, bonus action on my turn because things seem quite dire. Innate sorcery. So out come the fire horns.
Oh,
And we're just turning things up to 11. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
full potential. Nice. He doesn't know that's bad. He
nope.
that's a compliment.
Yeah, sure.
Let it all hang out.
So the door can opens. I will confirm with the amount of damage you were doing. You managed to wrench open a large enough space that either of you can get through it comfortably.
See you
Danny,
around.
Are you advancing? I know we didn't
I will,
technically say this
play
were
on
in the
this
action,
server
but are you
at least,
advancing to the door to blast outwards, or are you
or
just firing
coming,
through the
or-
hole inside the room?
No, I just have foreseeable
Hole
future.
from the inside of the room, just not knowing what's out there, knowing 50.
And they have set up a permanent
people
XP tent
fit
in
on one
Stormwind.
strike without just really crowding together. So, I mean, I feel like the Damien
moment.
surmises that the odds of enemies being on the other side of this door, especially as we were watching like the cooling still, like visually seeing the weld cool down.
And
along
today
the,
we are
frame of the
having
door,
a
if I'm
party,
remembering
so
correctly.
I have a lot to do, so I have to
people
stop soon.
Close by, and we're making enough racket that I'm.
We're
he's
having
betting
18
I'm gonna
guests
catch up
coming
with this,
over.
that he doesn't
My
have to
son's
stick his head out or anything.
confirmation.
That makes sense to me.
or
Okay,
party,
so
it's called in
what do they need to roll
Norwegian.
if they get hit? If somebody does,
English
is
doesn't have a word for it, I think, so it's like up and coming or
of innate sorcery. So that is now a 15
coming of
dexterity
age
saving
or
throw
something.
okay,
for anyone caught on the other side of the door.
fabulous.
So, yeah,
And
we have
you're
made a
rolling
lot
damage
of food
on
and-
halved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
did a
roll
lot
me damage
of
in
work
advance? 'Cause then I'll just be
yesterday.
able to mark down if people are dead or not.
I'm tired.
That is 12 fire damage.
12 fire damage. Okay, let's find out for the 10 people who are crammed into the space trying to hold this thing in place. Okay, that's 3 passes.
Oh, damn.
That's so we have 2 failures of 6, 3, 4, 5 failures of 9, 6 failures of 10. So 6 figures in the hallway burned to death immediately.
People who pass, they take half. They take 6 fire damage.
The others are horrifically burned and bloodied, but find themselves. You hear screams from outside as people are immolated instantly outside the doorway. Solomon, can you roll me a perception? Because I need to know how much you're seeing around the fire that is erupting out this hole in the door.
7.
7. Sure is a lot of fire.
Mission accomplished. That's the plan. Plan activated. Plan succeeded.
Mission accomplished.
Mission
banner.
accomplished. Threat neutralized.
Screams of heretics has gone back and forth. The fire dies down. You technically used, I would say, I guess that's, I'm going to call it a bonus action with the amount of damage that you guys had done to the door between the two things. I'll allow that. So you still have movement and an action left, but you'd be going through the door blind. Do you hold here or do you go solo, charge forwards?
So this conflicted because the last time Solomon burst into the ship into an unknown hallway in his underpants, he got his legs cut off. So I feel he told Morgan specifically that going forward he has to be more prepared, he has to be ready. So I think he can't just run blindly into the thing. So I think he's going to hold, he's going to try and peek into the hallway, he's going to try and get a better sit rep. And he's going to communicate to Damien whatever he sees.
All right. So you take a look out the door, which is a reasonable thing to do. And you manage to spot. Roll me another perception. I'll give you advantage on this one. It's a limited angle, so I just want to know how far down you're able to see things happening.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, you are looking out the door and you see things just fine. You see a total of 6 casualties having been fully immolated by warp fire to the ground and another 4 that have been deeply burned. They are in leather coats. From what you can see, they appear to be relatively baseline human, but they have, balaclavas on, goggles that are kind of glowing green over both eyes, and they have single kind of hand cannon style weapons. It doesn't look like a shotgun. It doesn't look like an auto pistol. It's something in between, clearly high caliber, meant for boarding actions. And you are seeing axes in the other hands that they are carrying ready to use. This is pretty traditional kind of low-end naval breacher attire, what you would expect for kind of security that you've seen on Imperial ships, though clearly this is darker, more malign, something menacing about them. Behind the 10 that you are seeing here, 6 that are dead and 4 more, there are another 20 lined up in this hallway, just shoulder to shoulder between you and the distance, and you just see the tail end of someone carrying Morgan careen into the aft berth. Not the one that is closets, the other berth. You have 2 storage areas on the ship. You see them book it that way.
I need to learn
they're behind these 20 people significantly further down.
Damn, so he has to relay that to Damien.
But I will
do the 6
right
now.
there.
Another
have the
24. It looks like out there. Morgan just got taken into the aft opposite closets.
Get after her. I'm right behind you, Solomon.
All
we
right.
have to get to Morgan.
Okay, let's go. He doesn't have a lot of like AoE stuff. Everything he's got is one target. One target.
Is there hesitation in this moment?
Well, for him, yeah. This is and I think it would be that like PTSD hesitation.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right, and I think he's gonna get that kind of
just in a moment of grounding. Then Damien is just saying your name again, like Solomon. Keep me safe. Keep behind me.
Oh, and that's weird for him. That's so weird for him.
Well, do you think you need to roll to decide for him, or do you know if he would let someone else take the lead, or does he have to take the lead? How much does he trust Damien?
After what I just said.
Yeah. I don't think he can let somebody else, especially Damien. I don't think he can be behind Damien as he watches 20 people shoot him to death. He's struggling with this idea of his own safety and not being prepared. But in these circumstances, I think this is one of those things he just has to overcome. So I think when you start talking to him and you say that to him, he's gonna kind of blink his way out of it and go, oh, I don't think so. You get behind me, and he's just gonna turn away, and he's gonna put the Emperor's protection on himself.
Okay, what does that do?
It just gives him a +2 to AC.
+2 AC. Is that an action, bonus action? What is it?
It's just a spell, just an action.
Just an action. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's your action. You cast that spell,
Yep.
and undoubtedly you'll be charging forwards next turn. Meanwhile, Morgan, you're getting carried further. Romeo is being pursued. I feel like, yeah, I'll roll some ranged attacks and we'll see if they can hit Romeo.
Great.
Romeo is tiny. They've got hand cannons. Yeah, I'm just going to roll. I'll roll 3. I feel like that's how many shots as people would be comfortable getting off in the environment. It's a 4 and a 9. Those will not hit. The 19, however, will.
45.
And they will do.
Crazy.
Will be 8 damage to Romeo.
Romeo's out.
Romeo
Boom.
is out. Boom. Romeo is
Everything
down.
for Morgan is out cold.
Oh, man. Bummer.
All Morgan has is blurring vision as she is shocked through her entire body. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage?
Yes. 6.
6. Can you roll me another Constitution saving throw at disadvantage? You're being affected by poison and you're being affected by electricity currently.
10.
10. Sadly, you are still affected by both as you are carried forwards, racing through this aft hold, unable to see what else is going on around you. We cut back to the boys. Solomon, you have cast the Emperor's Protection on yourself, but Damien, though Solomon has said he is going first, you are higher in the initiative order.
Yep.
What do you do?
And I'm going to do something about that. You mess with the heretic, you get the horns. Let's go outside and say hi. So if it's possible, after Solomon has said like, no, me first, kind of like I've got this.
Do you want to push past him?
Yeah, if Damien's
roll me in athletics,
because he said it with such joviality. It's like, this isn't a game, Solomon. It's just
Solomon. Can you roll me in athletics? But I'll give you disadvantage on this one because I don't think you expect Damien to push past you.
That is a 9.
That's a 3. Athletics. Just little
Solomon on his worst day is still stronger than Damien on some of his best.
Yeah. Little church wafer, Damien.
You try to go past, but cannot Damien. Solomon's a wall.
Then I guess it's holding action until what's the criteria going to be?
You could ready action. You could say that you could follow Solomon around the corner.
I'd like to follow him around the corner.
And
I'd like
in
to
the old town
get
of
ready with
Stormwind.
another breath of fire from my touch of chaos that it's still humming along. It's a concentration spell, and it lasts for up to a minute.
Great.
And we're on, turn 4? So I think, yeah. So that's what he wants to get ready. And the condition still needs to be, I think, despite everything, it needs to be that Solomon is clear when this goes off.
Great. So you're going to follow him around. You're going to do the fire blast, but you're going to make sure that you do it at an instant where it will not harm Solomon.
Yeah.
Great. If Solomon goes right into the enemy troops, are you going to follow him in to fire deeper? I just want to make sure that I understand in terms of readying what's being
I don't
planned.
know. I don't know if we've had training this specific, but like into a throng, a mob of people, it's for Damien, it's back to back. Like that is like, I don't know how many times he's experienced that. I don't think it's a lot, but like if you are being overwhelmed by heretics, by like an uprising of cult activity, and it's just a wall of already kind of damned meat, you just have to stick together and cut and burn and cleave until the job is done.
Fabulous. So you are going to be following him out into the hallway. But the enemy will be striking before that. So 3 of these enemy figures storm forwards with axes to try to engage with Solomon through the door before he can actually break out and break free. So you won't be able to fire on them without Solomon because he's directly in the interim. There will be 3 attacks coming at you, Solomon. They are a 10, a 10, and an 18.
So my AC with my armor on is 18, but I
Yes.
don't know what it is with my armor off.
With your armor off, it will be 10 plus your dexterity modifier, whatever that is.
So
Plus 0,
Just 0,
it looks
yeah.
like. Okay,
Yeah.
and then you added 2 from your
2,
Emperor's
yeah.
Protection. So 2 of those attacks will miss, 1 will hit, and it will do 8 damage.
Oh my.
From the one attack that carves through as an axe hammers down, 2 of them bouncing off the holy aura that you have put around
It's
yourself
really
along with
hard
your
to
own
see
combat
where my
abilities.
mission.
But the third axe is 2 come down from above and 1 comes up from
Where I
below.
have to deliver the
And 1
mission.
comes up and carves into one of Talos's legs that are also your legs at this point, carving a deep, bloody furrow. And you find yourself facing 3 of these hateful figures at the door.
I am wondering, as a pitch, the door. I know we've sort of my imagining of it is that we've kind of rent like a flap open of it that
Yep.
he, could I or could Solomon knowing that there was so little of it being kind of held on, could we just take the whole door and just battering ram it down the hallway?
Possibly, if you could get it off the frame, absolutely.
Yeah,
you'd have to like hit these 3 out of the way and then charge with it. But yeah, I'd say that's possible.
Sure.
Roll me in athletics.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I'll give you advantage at this point. You're pretty fit. The door is very damaged, and I don't think anyone sees this coming.
That is an 18.
18. Okay, yes. You do manage to bash it off the hinges with the amount of damage that it has taken.
Perfect.
You have that door. Can you roll me another athletics to just see if you can bash these 3 out of the way with this door frame now that you've got it free of the wall?
Sure. With advantage or not?
I'm going to say nobody has advantage on this one. I'm going to let them roll their dice separately, but not with advantage. It's just, can any of the 3 of them hold you off?
In Old Town.
Nope, none of them can. So you manage to hammer those 3 back into the wall. They will take... what's your strength modifier?
+3.
+3. Okay, yeah, those 3, we'll say they were all burnt up and now they're dead. So that's 3 casualties as you splatter them against the wall on the other side of the door. So it means there's 1 left that was originally burnt. And you find yourself with the door in your hand facing down the rest of the crowd. Are you just going to charge forwards into this?
That was my thing,
group?
is like turning it, facing it towards the door and being able to kind of use it like a shield. With the little rent like peephole through it, and then once Damien, if he's going to get behind and like shoot through it, and depending on where he is, like
that's cool,
right? That's what I was thinking. It would like fit the door. It would use, it would have a little dual purpose, and then you shoot through it,
and you get a blast
ram.
shield for yourself. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you essentially become the judge with being an Arbites shield, and Damien becomes your shotgun firing out of the side of it as you advance forward. So Damien, I will let you open up on these troops. You both also have 3/4 cover now, which will add +5 to your ACs, even though you are in your underwear.
I'm laughing. Even in my underwear, I'm a freak. I've got pretty good AC. Another 12.
Hey.
Another 12. And they have a DC of 15 dexterity save.
And you said it was a 15-foot cone?
Yeah. 5 feet wide, right in front of me, 10 feet, 10 foot out from me, and then 15 feet wide, 15 feet away from me. So I
it'll
more
get 6 figures in the blast. I have to make 6 saves for them. That is 3 failures, followed by 1 success. So 5 of these 6 immediately burn to death. There are 2 burnt figures that are definitely bloodied in this crowd, and there are 14 more untouched figures. They clearly are looking at all of you, and it looks like it might be fighting retreat time. Can you roll me an intimidation?
Yeah, I am trying. I look like the devil from space here. I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything but the underwear.
Ooh. That's another 19 on the die for a 25 intimidation.
Great. Well, I mean, they got an 11, so they're really competing here. I'm going to say the back ranks start to break. So 6 of them are going to sprint towards the aft hold. So it'll leave 8 that are untouched and 2 that are burnt facing off against you as they realize they're close enough that if they just turn to run, they'll just get burnt in the back.
I think he's just seeing them turn and run. Damien now is saying, if you leave now, the only thing I'll allow you to take with you is your lives.
That's all you hear from a collection of voices as they either psych themselves up, slapping their axe heads against their chests, readying themselves to charge, or the others screaming and sprinting into the distance. Morgan, you are being carried around. Can you please roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage? This first one is for the poison.
8.
You are still poisoned. Can you roll me with disadvantage against the electricity?
14.
You feel yourself starting to recover from this electricity to the point that you're starting to feel some parts of your body. It won't be this turn, but next turn, the DC will be lowered for your electricity saving throw for you to
blacksmith instead of engineer, since I've always
that starts to weaken up for you. You're feeling yourself jostled. It's not entirely clear what's going on in the environment
I can
around.
actually make myself
She's somebody who is very much wanting to be in control of her senses at all times. She tried to talk her way out of this. She had these plays. What's happening is your mind is still panicking inside this body you have no control over. Or
where's the trainer?
What?
Yeah. I think Morgan felt like there was a glimmer of hope until she couldn't see anymore. So now she sees Romeo, and that still gives her like a level of stability. But without Romeo being there and without being able to see anything and none of her faculties and completely out of control, dually she is very angry with nowhere to put it. And that makes her very scared because being out of control of her body or not being able to move herself and being out in the open. These are all like very terrifying things to her. So I think it's a combo of being very angry and part of her brain trying to work out like, how did this happen? How did these people get down here? What was going on? But that trying to stave off the terror of just like her body be completely out of control.
Okay, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
For your ability to stave off the terrors.
It's a 9.
Terrors are winning.
Terrors, yes. The terrors are winning against her rational inquisitorial mind.
Yeah, it's the battle between the two, and that battle is being lost as you continue to lose control, not knowing what's happening to any of your compatriots. Where is the judge? How has this happened? Are Damien and Solomon still alive? There were so many enemies. Mm-hmm. Are you going to be carried off of here and taken somewhere else? Yes. What is the fate that is awaiting you? You do not know, and you have no say in it, which is the first time you've had no say in your fate, or at least not a trusted representative defending your fate in years. Pre-Valentine.
Oh, 100%.
Pre the Inquisition.
Yep.
You're just one of those civilian hostages right now. And we pan back to the hallway.
Sorry, quick question about that. Would Morgan be able to hear what's going on down the hall? Like I imagine we're starting to make like a pretty shocking amount of noise.
There's the sound of fire in the distance. There's also the gunshots at Romeo nearby. There's tromping boots. There's words being spoken. Can you roll me a perception, Morgan?
Yeah, a little cacophonous.
It's a 21.
21. You are hearing phrases being spoken in Drukhari. It's not fully clear. You're not picking up all of it, but you're hearing the words hostage, escape, last stand, and you're hearing not the target amongst the various other things being said.
Okay.
You're also panicking.
I was going to say, hearing Drukhari does not make her panic less. Let's be real. This is a bad day for Morgan.
Back to the hallway. You were facing off against 10 figures, 2 of which are horrifically burned, 8 more that are continuing. Damien, you're at the top of the list.
No problem. No problem at all. Damien is like burning bright here. We're going to use 2 of my 3 sorcery points for quickened spell. That is to cast a spell that is normally an action as a bonus action. I can only cast 1 leveled spell per turn in this way, so it's not a way of being like I cast like 2 level 1 spells in 1 turn. But I've got Touch of Chaos still running, so the only spell I'm going to cast this turn as a bonus action is Flesh Knit. I'm going to, after breathing a gout of flame on these borders, I'm turning around to Solomon, seeing that, you know, he took a couple hits doing like the door breach, slap a hand on his shoulder from like around the shield, and I would like to heal him.
Okay.
Flesh Knit at level 1. That's going to be 2d8 healing for Mr. Solomon Gale.
Unbelievable.
That is 9 HP. Back to you.
I was down 8 HP.
Beautiful. And I'm going to roll for Perils of the Warp.
Fabulous.
This is a new spell, so it's being cast. So we're okay. No ones. Big money, no whammy, no whammy. And then as my action, I'm not casting this spell. I'm continuing to use the already active spell of Touch of Chaos. I'm going to walk purposefully, menacingly up to the first guy in line and point blank unleash hell.
Great. So if you're looking at the hallway in front of you and the way that everybody has died in kind of this path, we're considering the hallway to be kind of 3 people wide, 5 foot, 5 foot, 5 foot. You've got 2 burnt people to the left and right. There's a gap in the middle of them. Behind them, there's an unharmed person and then 2 corpses. Then there are 3 corpses, and then there's a solid line of 3. So do you want to hit like the burnt person and the healthy person behind them?
I see. Okay, so there's a little bit more space to play in than I thought.
Yeah, you keep making space by killing everyone.
Yes. Damien, I think, is quite shaken. Has been this whole time. Woken up in the middle of the night. Oh, God, did I do something again in my dreams? And to lose Morgan, who is basically like the authority figure, to know that she's been carried away. Didn't see it happen, but to know that she's being taken. And this person so easily kind of dismissing his threats. I think given the situation, chills him a little. And so he's going to get a little reckless. He's going to go as deep as he can to maximize flame damage, and he's going to pass some of these guys who are still living, thinking, Solomon's got this. We have to get to Morgan.
Okay. So you're going to accept some attacks of opportunity to get to where people are solid again.
Yep.
So you will suffer 3 attacks of opportunity as you advance past the shield.
Yeah.
I have an 18, I have a 19, and I have a 13. You won't have the shield bonus because you're leaving it behind, but what is your AC?
As a psyker, my warp abilities are, they extend to some defensive capabilities, including when my base armor class without armor, I don't wear armor, by the way, is 10 plus my dex modifier.
Which is what?
Plus 2.
Great.
Plus my
12.
charisma modifier, which is plus 4.
16.
And then I'm going to reaction cast Kind Shield, a level 1 spell. Again, Damien is burning fast and bright here, so he has an AC of 21.
21. Okay, then none of these will hit, but I do need a perils roll because
that's
you
another
cast
one. You're
as
right
well.
about that. Nope. Nothing.
Okay. The battle continues. You make your way to the front. You fire off again. Roll your damage, and I'll roll some saves.
Okay.
You will get, if you position yourself, 2, 4. I can get you 6 of these.
Okay.
These 7 at the end. Because it's like, if you go forwards and crank to a wall and just open up wide on everybody, you'll get him.
And now it's still like he's as scared and kind of keyed up as he is still projecting like menace, fear me, because that's what he's also been taught. Is like, I'm the witch, I'm the heretic. I was taught to be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me too. And so I think even through gnashed teeth, it's almost like car exhaust of just like there's flame between his like teeth as he's like making this grimacing face to unleash more chaos fire breath. That is 11 fire damage with a 15 dex save DC.
That's 3 dead of 6 and 4. That's 5 dead of 6. I have a natural 20 from the last one. I am going to give them their own magical devil's bargain, which is they're going to get blasted in the face and die, but they're just going to successfully hit you.
Okay.
And they will do 5 points of damage as they raise their pistol. There is an old rule in Warhammer 40k called Death or Glory that used to be if a tank was charging a unit, you could decide that it would automatically hit and kill that unit, but you could auto hit shooting at it. So there was just a chance that you make your like last stand. So it is death or glory for this servant of this unknown evil who does manage to shoot you with their hand cannon before being immolated head to toe as the last one standing in that group. So we have 6 casualties. There are 4 enemies left in this hallway if we're trying to paint out the amount of space between them. Solomon, you have the shield. There are 2 burnt figures kind of to either side of the hallway in front of you. Then there's, the next row, there's 1 person left on the left.
OCTO
is just
looking good.
in front of.
More
and then
players every
to the right
restart.
side of the hallway. The opening through the center is wide open. There are these 4 figures. Damien's in the midst of them. They are going to... Oh, I got to check one thing. Sorry, friends. Okay,
Yeah, OCTO is going fine so far. Just it means you can all see how bad we are at coding. It was the GM. Not sure what they were talking about. Our launcher is now open source. Nice. That means everyone can see their, I guess help out as well. That's cool. That's really cool. And you can, you see for yourself. It's being worked on daily. We're doing shutdown incoming. That means you can make an account soon. More accounts incoming. So if you want to try OCTO, now's your chance. That's really nice because I have to stop playing. Yes, it's working. They're running on version 1.17.2, I think. Yeah. So if you go to the website and prepare to have like a name, password, and a hot email ready. They usually open around 100 new slots. Yeah. And I have to go take a shower and prepare for a party that we will have for my son today. What? Oh, it's a message from my son's teacher? Or... Yeah. No, the beta characters will be kept. They will not wipe, so that's really nice. So yeah, hopefully we will have more developers joining in, because all the developers are speaking to each other with voice changers, and they're using the Tor network to transfer and everything. They want to be anonymous. Yeah, well, see you later. So have a nice day. I don't think the turtle announcement, or are they going to have an announcement? I haven't heard about that. I left the Discord because I wasn't allowed to speak anymore there, since I have the OCTO tag on my Discord name. So it says I'm not allowed to speak. So I just left. It felt like the whole community of the developers on the Turtle team is like, they stole our content or some bullshit. But we will see. Hopefully the DJs will follow us along, so they can start making great content. I really enjoy listening to the content that Shield is making, at least, and DJ... I forgot the older guy. Well, they are all good, I think. I've just experienced Shield the most because he lives in the Netherlands, and that's close, or that's the same time zone as me, so yeah. So yeah, I will see you later. I'm gonna play more later tonight, so until then, have a nice day.